Jason Stahl, and we're in episode 3 of a special new podcast series sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. And today we're going to talk about diversifying your business, how commercial repair and refinish could create new revenue. In tough economic times, how do shops look to increase their revenue through different business and new business sources? Utilizing commercial vehicle refinishing business as an increased revenue stream can add significant profitable revenue to a shop. Now, I have 2 special guests today from Sherwin-Williams. We have Kevin Martin here, who is the Commercial Market Sales Director. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you.
And we have Dan Szczepanik, who is the Commercial Marketing Director. Welcome, Dan.
Hi, Jason.
So, gentlemen, an opportunity for new revenue streams. Let's get right to it. What are the benefits of adding commercial work in today's body shop?
Well, that's a great question, and I think there's a multitude of reasons to do it. But one is it tends to be a higher margin business. It tends to be a lot less competitive. But there's not a lot of shops that have the capabilities from equipment to do that type of work.
And one other thing I want to add is there's some unique repair opportunities besides just collision. There are rebranding. So you might have a fleet that is totally changing colors and they need to rebrand all across the country. Bring it into your shop. And the other one would be returning from leases. Sometimes when these fleets have a lease, they have to paint it back in body and white, and they're looking for a local body shop. So if you've already got the body shop in the booth, why not use a commercial vehicle source?
Interesting. So, most shops fix light-duty vehicles, right? This commercial segment is a very niche thing. So how would a shop who is used to fixing light-duty passenger vehicles get into commercial refinishing?
I think a lot like they got into their business initially, asking a lot of questions, going out and talking to other shops that do it, going out and interviewing people that own their own fleet of trucks, maybe their own different fleets of equipment that they have. Another good example, rental companies. Dan mentioned returning things from leases. It's typically your companies that are renting equipment. If that equipment gets damaged, it's going to be repainted at some point back to its original color before it's turned back into a lease company.
And if they just want to start dabbling in commercial vehicle refinish, especially light, heavy-duty, light vehicles, they can use the existing paint system they have to start with. So you don't really need anything unique. But as soon as you get more and more commercial vehicles, you want to probably use a commercial vehicle system designed for that, like Genesis from Sherwin. That would be ideal because it provides that durability and all the logo colors are already matched. And it's a very simple and quick process to use. So, if you want to dabble in it, it's pretty simple. It's easier than what they're doing today, refinishing cars.
Amen.
So we're talking about the special needs the shop might have. And obviously there's probably some tools and equipment they have that they could use in this new market. But there's other needs they might have, special training, new equipment that they might need. Talk about that a little bit, and also talk about any new regulations.
Sure. So from a training standpoint, they probably have 90% of what they need today. But the beauty is we, other paint suppliers, can provide full-scale training for commercial vehicle refinish. A lot of it is going to be on finding the colors, using the proper mix scenarios, and then using the right VOCs for your region. So really, it's nothing abnormal from what they're already used to. They may have to do with larger repair areas, or if they're lucky and they're doing the rebrands, they do overalls. So it's really simple. As far as regulations, there's nothing different that they have to worry about. If they already are in a 3.5 VOC area, when they bring in a commercial vehicle, it'll be the same VOC. So no changes there. It really comes down to the durability and the quality of the paint and having that color matched. There's thousands, tens of thousands of logo colors. So you have to make sure that who you're choosing has a match and they're easy to retrieve. So one of the products that would be ideal for this situation is Genesis. Genesis was developed specifically for commercial vehicle refinish. The primers that we've put into the system are some of the most anti-corrosive available. So it will prevent corrosion for years. Some of this technology actually came from our aerospace group. Airplanes need the ultimate corrosion protection. So we're not beyond putting it into Genesis. That plus Genesis pigments are the top-notch automotive grade. You've got house grade, you've got industrial grade, then you have automotive grade. So the Genesis pigments are color fast. We've put it in testing that replicates 10, 15 years with minimal color shift. So we were talking about a billboard before.
Yes.
It's a moving billboard. That's what you have, and you can rest assured that the colors aren't going to fade, and it'll present your logo properly. And the last one is gloss retention. You don't want something out there after 3 years. At first you can use it as a mirror, but then it dives in gloss. Ours will retain that gloss. Down in Florida, after 10 years, we've retained like 80% gloss in Southern Florida testing, so that's great. But beyond the technology, when you use Genesis in your shop, it can reduce your total job cost. Labor, materials, rework, it's some of the most expensive parts of a job. Paint is only 5 to 10% of the cost. So by using Genesis and using it with one of our wet-on-wet primers, instead of painting 1 or 2 units a day, you could do 3 or 4 units a day. That's where the real cost savings comes in, to reduce that total job cost and reducing energy usage. We all know gas and energy are increasing. You can do some of these coatings with air dry only, or reducing the oven temperature.
Yeah, that has been, from the sales side, that has been our biggest and easiest point to show people is how well this product line works to reduce the number of trips around a truck. And obviously when you're painting a truck, and most of that type of painting tends to be completes, or certainly complete panels, it's not a lot of, you don't have near the blending and color match issues that you do on the collision side. But if we can show somebody how they can go around that truck 3 times instead of 5 times, that is significant. And Dan mentioned the labor is by far the biggest piece of the expense. And that's the beauty of our system. It's reducing labor and giving them a quality finish.
So spray booth, obviously a big concern. Need a
Oh,
little
yes.
bigger one
Yes.
for this work, right? What if a shop owner has the opportunity to invest in a new booth and take on that expansion? What advice or tips do you have for them?
That would be a prime time. So if you are looking to get a new booth anyways, let's upgrade the size. We don't need a massive semi-trailer size booth. But for an extra $30,000 to $40,000, you can get one that can fit the Class 8 semi-tractor, so the front end. And if you can fit that into your booth, you've opened up almost the full array of commercial vehicles, from concrete trucks to emergency vehicles to small to medium trailers. So if you're at that point to invest in a new booth, get the proper size, and you can really focus in on your commercial vehicle refinish.
I think the one thing I'd add is you're also tied into your garage door height. So if you're really interested in diving deeper into the fleet segment, is do you have the right size garage doors to get the trucks in? And obviously your booth is going to be limited to whatever size your roof allows and what size your door openings allow.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And if you look at all the different classes of heavy trucks, or medium to heavy trucks, you have 3 through 8. A medium-sized booth, a little bit bigger than fits a vehicle, you could do 3, 4, 5. So those classes, 3, 4, 5. When you get to 6, 7, 8, that's really when you got to get the bigger one and make sure that you've got that opening to drive through.
Marketing, something body shops are not the greatest at. The magic is getting the work to the door, right? Getting cars, getting trucks to the door. How do they go about finding and obtaining this commercial work, especially to your earlier point? A lot of it is less insurance work than light duty. So you don't have insurers sending you work, correct? Or am I wrong?
No, you could have insurers doing that, but often not. Correct, Kevin?
Yes. I think a lot of it's, again, a lot of door knocking, going out and talking, Dan mentioned earlier, to your fleet shop. So is there a trucking company in your backyard, in your town? If so, do they have a body shop? Significant number of trucking companies don't have their own body shops, so they're looking for places that can do their work for them. I think another great example would be all the service delivery vehicles that are out there. A lot of those are owned by individuals. They're quite often drivers that aren't as experienced driving larger vehicles that are doing this for extra income, and those vehicles are in accidents on a frequent basis. They have to be repaired. And again, your traditional body shop that's tied in with all the DRPs does not have the capacity often to do that type of work or the booth size to do it. But those organizations are constantly looking and needing to have vehicles repaired. And all it takes is typically a high roof booth.
And to obtain more commercial work, you could talk to your paint supplier, because someone like Sherwin, we can offer two things. We are in contact with some of these fleets, and when they do go through rebranding, the fleet manager doesn't know where to start. He's got trucks all over the country. We can talk to them and say, hey, we've got some really great shops that we're going to point you to. And then two, we have a program where we can identify fleets for them. We can look into a certain zip code or county and say, all right, here are the largest fleets near you, Mr. Body Shop. So you can contact us and we'll be happy to share that information with them.
That's very helpful. And I'm thinking those delivery services, right, have exploded since COVID, because we couldn't go anywhere during COVID, so everyone had everything delivered, and that trend is still continuing. That's a great point. So how do shops find a good commercial vehicle paint partner? Because obviously paint is going to be a big part of this equation.
Yeah. I would say look for a paint partner that is a full service paint partner. One that is focused on color, retrieval, digital tools, durability, and ease. We know today's painters aren't the experts that they used to be. So you want a full service provider to provide that paint where you don't have to stand on your head to apply it, that it's pretty straightforward. And someone that is nationwide, that has your back, that can deliver the same day. Sounds a little like someone we know, and can provide that service quickly. One of the things that we pride ourselves really is on service. Kevin, his team, some of our tech reps are there almost 24/7 to answer and to help out our customers. We really take pride in that. So you want someone who is vested in your success. They want you to succeed, and that's exactly what we want. If our customers are not succeeding, we are not succeeding at all.
I think another point, and I see this on a pretty frequent basis, but companies, and Sherwin's a perfect example of it, we are very particular about our company logo and our company colors. And if you have a fleet nationwide, such as we do, how do you keep your color? How do you keep your logos and your billboards that are rolling down the interstate consistent, no matter who's fixing them across the country? And I think that's one of the things that Sherwin has a great opportunity to service that type of business, because we do have our network of stores across the United States where we know that color is going to be mixed the exact same, whether it's in LA, New York City, Toledo, Ohio, wherever you are in the United States, that color is going to be the exact same. And if I am a company that has a logo that I care about and want to protect, it's no better way to do it than do it with Sherwin-Williams.
Well said.
I think collision repairs watching this podcast are going to have a real thirst for knowledge and more information about this topic, because I was just thinking to myself, this is a great time right now with volume and car counts having dropped off a cliff, right? In the light duty sector, they're looking for additional profit, looking to try out a new revenue center. This is perfect. So where would collision repairs go for more information about opportunities in the commercial vehicle refinish space?
I'm going to do a little shout out to an organization that's relatively new, about 6-7 years old, called the Heavy Duty Repair Forum. It's an organization focused just on this, and they have a lot of resources, and they meet once a year, which we take part into. And there's a lot of learning that they share between body shops and from the OEMs that are making these trucks and from suppliers. So Heavy Duty Repair Forum is great. And then the second one would be the Sherwin website, which hopefully is at the bottom side somewhere on the screen right now, that they can click on, and it'll take them to the Sherwin Automotive website that's focused on commercial vehicle refinish. Talks about our products, talks about our offering and our tools. Those are two good spots to start.
Excellent, excellent. Well, this has been great information, guys. I really appreciate it. Our guys are always looking for the next level of how do I compete and how can I bring in more money? And again, this might be a great time to do this. It's not perhaps as simple as it looks, but with a little bit of a knowledge and a product and an expertise from Sherwin-Williams, perhaps they can make a smooth entry into this market. So I really appreciate your time, Kevin and Dan.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank
Jason.
you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I'm Jason Stahl. Thanks for watching.